Hi guys, hope you're having a great 2020 so far. It's good to see all your lovely faces. It's been a little while, but just been looking after the baby, but I'm back. The sun's shining, and yeah, we're gonna forget about all the fancy intros and all that, because today we're gonna answer the big question on everyone's lips: what is the best 5-inch freestyle prop of 2020? So I've come out today. I'm gonna have a little chat with you about the Ethix range, the HQ-V1s, the new HQ-V2s. Just got some of them in from Jonah's Life. We've got the Gemfan 51433s direct from Gemfan. We've got the Dalprop Nepals direct from Dalprop, and yeah, I might even throw in a little mention about the Johnny props there, because I have used them a little bit in the past. But props is one of the big things that everyone talks about. You know, you're trying to find something that gives you the best mix between efficiency, power, control and responsiveness, but it's something that is quite personal to everyone, and you know, everyone has different thoughts on it. So as it happens, I did ask a couple of me FPV friends, so if you know, keep watching, and later on you'll see a little clip from Drib, Xing-E FPV, Steve Wright from Supafly, and they're going to tell you what their thoughts are on the best props as well. So without further ado, yeah, we'll go and have a look at some of these things. Dalprop Nepals. So let's take our first flight with the Dalprop Nepals. The first thought is that they've got quite a bit of low end punch on them. They seem nice, not too much prop wash. They've got plenty of punch to them, and yeah, they seem to have a nice bit of grip around the corners. In terms of response, yeah, they seem as you can see, handle very sharply. And they don't get very much prop wash at all. Efficiency wise, seem to be doing alright, to be honest. Let's try going through the building and see how much precision we can get through that. Yeah. Got plenty of punch. Well, now we can see how durable you are. Do a little fly pass. Oh, that degain shit.
Oh, Jesus, Stephen.
Right. Hopefully that should have destroyed one, so we can see how durable it is. We remove this Morrison's bag. Well, I'm sure you can see those props are fine obviously, but even the two that took the impact off the wall there. Oh, hang on, the wall there. They all look alright, to be honest. Quite impressed with that. Well, as you saw, the Dalprop Nepals were pretty good. You know, they were really responsive. They had plenty punch. They seemed to be plenty durable after I smashed into a wall. There was no damage. Just a couple of scratches. What else? Precision's pretty good as well. Coming from the Johnny props onto them, they're certainly nicer than the Johnny props, put it that way. They basically feel similar to a Johnny prop but with a bit more punch, and I like that, especially on my 2750s. It's good. So now I'm just going to put the Gemfan 51433s on. Right then, so what we have here is the Gemfan 51433s. Let's see if they can compare with the oh, it's a bit windy, isn't it? Let's see if they can compare with the Dalprop Nepals. Well, they've got plenty of punch. They certainly have a lot of punch. They're very responsive. Got plenty of bite. Let's see what the prop washer's like. Good. Now let's see what the control's like. We'll try and go through the house a bit. Yeah, they've got plenty of control, plenty of power. Let's see how they do. Even low down, they're still very controllable. You see us?
Oh, you almost saved it. What's that, 290, 300? I'll let it pop.
Oh, can we power loop it? No, I can't, but the prop wash handling is good. Efficiency wise, they're very good. Power loop the building. They've got loads of punch, these things like. Oh! Right, let's see how broken they are.
About 2 or 3 foot. Oh no, that's Steve. Yeah, you're about 2 foot. Like that. Oh.
Yeah, it's dead, 9.2. So as you probably saw, I was really impressed with the Gemfan 51433 wind dancers. We had a bit of a tumble there, quite a hard smash into the wall, and they're all fine. And yeah, I got so carried away I just forgotten, ran my battery like totally flat. But what can you do? You know, these things happen, don't they? Right then, so tested the Dalprops and the Gemfan 51433 so far, and I've been impressed with both of them, but overall I think I prefer the Gemfans, to be honest. But I just figured we would take this opportunity to cut now and see what some of me FPV friends think. So first up we've got Drew Camden, you might know him as Drib, so we'll see what he thinks.
Hey Stevie, it's Drib here, and my favorite prop is whatever prop I have. I'm not really all that picky. There's like some Gemfans I like, and the HQ 5x4.3. That's always like the best go-to. You can always count on the HQ 5x4.3. What's your favorite prop, Bardwell?
Yeah, so as you've seen, Drew just isn't really bothered, but he likes the HQ V1s. I'm sure once he's tried the V2s he'll like them as well. Now we've got Xing-E FPV, so we'll see what Tom's got to say.
What's up Stevie, it's Xing-E FPV here, and my favourite propeller is the Azure Johnny freestyle prop. Shouldn't really come as a surprise to anybody because this is the propeller that features in my logo. The Johnny props are actually 4838, which is super low pitch and super small. Because of that, they're very light and they're very responsive, but they have this crazy smoothing effect that I have never really felt on any other propeller, except maybe the Dalpals. Most recently tried those, and that had it a little bit. This still has it a bit more though, I think. Still has a little bit more smoothing. Anyway, these are my favorite for now, and if it ever changes, then I guess I'll have to have a rebrand. Okay, thanks buddy.
So as you've seen, Tom is a massive advocate for the Johnny FPV props. He's even got it in his logo. I know he's tried the Nepals. I'm not sure if he's tried the V2s, but as far as I know, he preferred the Johnnies more than the Nepals anyway. Next up we've got Steve Wright from Supafly, and this is what he had to say about it.
What's up Stevie and Hassel FPV viewers? This is Steve from Supafly, home of the original Flipmode frame. Stevie has asked me to tell you what my favourite prop is. It won't come as a surprise to him, but my favourite prop is the HQ 5x4.3x3 V1S. Maybe the new V2S will be good, but I would say for freestyle this is the best, and preferably get the red, because everyone knows red is faster and it's better than blue. Cheers, bye.
So as you know, I love Supafly frames, so you know, everything Steve says, you know, I've got a lot of respect for his opinions. But so as you can see, I've got a lot of respect for Steve's opinions, but he prefers the V1s as well. And again, I don't know if he's tried the V2s, but he should know that they're better in blue anyway. Now it's time for the HQ Prop V2s. So then, boys and girls, the much awaited, eagerly anticipated HQ V2S 5x4.3. Let's see if they can live up to the old HQ V1s. Well, first up, the low end is really nice on them. They are lovely and smooth. We've got a bit of bite to them. So, hello. Oh, there's a lookie. let's give them a go going through the building. No, let's not. That was a bit disappointing. So I've come to pick the quad up, and yeah, I bounced into a wall, but not really like any much worse than I did earlier. And we've done this. So yeah, they were very smooth and really responsive, and I had loads of punch, but they just bent up as soon as I've touched the wall there. Right then, so we're back on the S5s by Ethix. My previous favourite props. Let's see how this does. Oh well. Well, now you have seen the props, thought I would just take a minute just to talk to you about them all a little bit. So, starting from the top, we've got the original HQ V1s. Now, I flew these for ages. Great prop, pretty strong, good punch, nice and smooth, and they're quite responsive as well and a bit precise. Then we moved on to the Johnny props. Now, the Johnny props are a much lower pitch, a little bit smaller. So they've got a lot less punch, but they give you that ability to be able to pick the point on the throttle where you want to be very, very finely. So in terms of that precision over what your throttle's doing, they can be really, really precise and responsive. Now, the Ethix S3, they were a very similar prop, but they were way more fragile, so I just discounted them straight away. Then come along with the Ethix S4s. They had a bit more punch, but lost a little bit of that precision, but it was quite nice to have a bit more punch there. And then along came the Ethix S5s, which you've just seen at the end there. Right, so that now brings us on to the props of 2020. Right, so I'm going to caveat this by saying no matter which prop you get, whether it's the Dalprop Nepal, the HQ V2s, the Gemfan 51433s, all three of those are really good, and the differences between them is minimal. You'll have just seen there. Realistically, I would implore that you buy a set of each, try them and see which ones you like the best, because it is going to come down to personal preference. My favourites, Gemfan 51433s, only just slightly, and I can't even tell you why. But I seem to have flew better on those than I did the others. The Ethix S5 are still a great prop, but 51433s take it for me. So the Dalprop Nepal was very similar to a Johnny prop, but it had a bit more punch, but it was you know, it had that kind of precise, responsive feeling to it. So now we're going to talk about the Gemfan 51433s. Now these personally were my favourite of the bunch that I've tested, and to date they're my favourite prop. They give plenty punch, loads of low end power, they're quite efficient, and they give quite good responsiveness and precision within the flying as well, but still have plenty of punch there. HQ V2s, very, very similar to the V1s, but they do seem to be a little bit more responsive. I think that's probably because they're a little bit lighter weight. Punch wise they're great. One thing I did find though is that I found the HQ V2s to be a little bit more fragile than the Nepals and the 51433s. It's just something to bear in mind. Ethix S5s. So as you probably know, I've flown Ethix S5s for ages and I really love them. Now I'm going to fly all of the props again, but the S5s just seem to give They sacrifice a little bit of the performance and punch of the other 4.3 inch pitch props that were tried today, because they are only 4 inch, but they do, where they're lacking punch slightly, they do make up for in the responsiveness and the smoothness. However, I will be sticking with the 51433s, I think, but I am going to try them all again over the next couple of months once lockdown's finished. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, ask down below. And if I get 600 views, I'll pick someone from the comments and send them some a few props from the test. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.